Tortuga: A Pirate's Tale is a pirate management game with strategy turn-based naval combat. I'll delve more into the combat in just a moment. I do want to take a moment to also highlight Kalypso Media for providing me with the free game. So thank you. Jumping into character customization, you have your portrait where you can select between many different pirate portraits. You can customize the name of your flagship, and of course you can choose your banner with a load of different bones, animals, and sailor memorabilia. Diving into a new game will put you right onto the ocean where you can check out the graphics. These graphics are completely moderate. They're not very extensive even on the ultra high settings, but you can see I have the AMD 6700 XT at high settings, and this is as good as it's gonna get. The story is about being the roughest, toughest pirate on the sea. Campaign missions are available, but they are not time sensitive, so you can really choose to do whatever you please. And the story mission does take you into meeting some more famous pirates. Movement controls are pretty easy to keep up with. Steering isn't complicated, it's a very easy mechanism. I do suggest updating settings to a fast camera speed because the rotation speed is very, very slow, but that's the only quip I have about it, and that's a very easy fix. Combat is pretty interesting. It's a strategy turn-based naval combat, so there's no swashbuckling with your swords. Combat mechanics include minimum and maximum movement range depending on wind direction and speed momentum, cannon reload rate per turn, action points and skills, and an attrition mechanic when boarding ships. So it's a small learning curve. I would take about the first 1 to 2 hours of combat to feel difficult before you get the hang of it, but understanding the concepts of ship battle becomes ever so rewarding. And when I say rewarding, I quite literally mean making oodles of gold. I also have a full in-depth guide to combat because it does take a little learning curve, so I will have a card up here for that if you want to check out the combat. Music is surprisingly used sparingly. At first, I thought sea shanties were extinct, but that's not true at all. Upon capturing more ships later on, I had a bigger fleet, and yeah, I really can't believe this, but I could hear the beautiful sound of a sea shanty. Although music is mostly found only on the main menu, everything does have a sound effect, and the sounds are not overbearing or annoying. If anything, the first mate or the advisor may talk just a little too much on the open sea, but that's really it. We have more Tortuga to review, but smack that like button for me if you're gaining value from this video, and go ahead and tell me about your favorite pirate in the comments below. Now let's move on to special features and mechanics. You have a fleet mechanic. So this is where you control your own fleet of pirates with up to 5 other captains sporting your banner. Complete objectives of piracy and divide booty among your men to keep morale high. Morale is actually really important to keep high. It helps you with boarding ships, capturing ships, and with upkeep regarding supplies on your ship. Upon successful sinking of a ship, captains will loot gold, gather loyal seamen, and pillage supplies. Up to 18 different types of ships can be captured, that's including the famous war galleon and frigate. These all come with strengths and weaknesses for armor, health, ability slots, speed, and weight. There's also an open and broad captain skill menu with about 30 different skills to select from, so you have complete freedom to choose any playstyle at will. Defense skills, bartering skills, attack or offensive skills, morale skills, etc. Let's also talk about port harbors. Every city will have a port harbor. You can earn reputation with countries by doing specific quests for that port governor. There's a trade market with over 20 food items and provisions found among the seas. You can allow consumption on your ship to keep morale high with men during travel. Every port harbor will also, of course, have the lovely tavern. You can buy a round of grog at the tavern to recruit seamen to your adventures. You can also find hard or time-based objectives here. Completing them will earn lucrative rewards. And what would a port harbor be without a harbor master? So you can visit a trusty harbor master at any of these to repair. Now most will just have the normal harbor master to repair your ship or sell ships, but there are specific ones that allow for purchasing of offensive or defensive upgrades. If you're ready to set sail, then go ahead and click this video to learn the 5 best tips before you get started on Tortuga: A Pirate's Tale.